Hello, welcome back. We've got a great recipe today. It's Filipino style pork adobo, and we have very little ingredients here as well. This is a very easy recipe, really easy to reheat and make it for a couple of meals as well. We're gonna run through the ingredients as always, and then we'll get to it really quickly. I got this recipe off a YouTube channel. His name is Andy Cooks, and it's an Australian guy, but he makes amazing food. So he knows a lot about different cultures as well. So I got this recipe idea from him. So we're gonna use some black peppercorns. We have bay leaves, dried bay leaves here. Dark soy sauce, just to get the color and also that sweetness. We've got soy sauce, regular white vinegar. I know some people use coconut vinegar. Some people use apple cider vinegar for extra flavor. I've just got white vinegar, so I'm just gonna use regular white vinegar. So going back to the soy sauce and the dark sauce, we use this in our recipe for the Thai basil beef, and like I said, very common in a lot of Asian cooking. So these are very good essentials to have in the kitchen. Next, we have a couple of cloves of garlic. I've used a lot more than what I have here. This is about 6 cloves maybe. I've used about 10 or 11. Very garlic heavy dish. I've got rice as always, white rice. And here is our marinated pork. I can't really tilt it right now because the liquid's gonna drip out of the bowl. But I've been marinating this for a day. So I'll show you how I marinated it. It was with all these ingredients, really simple. And the cut of pork that I'm using today is a pork loin. I've got about 700 grams. I've diced it up into really cute little cubes, sizable cubes. Typically the traditional recipe uses pork belly. I didn't have that on hand. I had pork loin instead in my fridge, so I'm just going to use that. Pork belly would be a better cut for this recipe. There's a lot more fat in it as well, so it's going to be a lot more tender. But let's see how this turns out, and if it's shit, I'll tell you it's shit. That's it really, that's all we have. So actually we can get cooking. Alright, we're going to marinate the meat first. This is about 700 grams of it. So I'm just going to cut it into little cubes. Not little, quite chunky cubes actually. Like that. Yeah, that's a good size, huh? So I've got them down to sizable cubes, you know. I've got some garlic here. For this recipe, you want a good amount of garlic as well, because that's a very key flavor in this dish. Alright, I'm going to put a couple of bay leaves in here. Bunch. We're going to add some whole peppercorns. So 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. 4 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, and 5 tablespoons of vinegar. Now it's time to get nasty. Use our hands and mix it all up. So I've made a bit of a mess, as you can see, but this is what it should look like. Your pork should be covered in your marinade. So just let it marinate in the fridge for a day. So a few things before we begin. I've added 2 teaspoons of sugar to this as well, just to sweeten it up a little bit. So I've put some sugar in there to marinate. I didn't cover it just now because I forgot, I'm not gonna lie. So I've got a Dutch oven here, very nice cast iron Dutch oven. It was given to me by my friend Tina, so shout out to Tina. Yeah, cast iron stuff's just like a white people walk, to be fair. Anyway, I'm gonna try this new camera angle today so we can see what's going on in the pot. I realized in the first episode when I was watching that, I was like, you can see me, but you can't see what's going on in the pot. What's the point? So I thought this might be better. Let me know what you guys think. So once it's getting a bit hot, you can kind of feel it. So we're gonna put down some oil. I might not have enough space for this. One thing as well, I've marinated this for like almost 20 hours. But if you don't have time, you can just marinate it for like an hour and a half. I guarantee you that the flavor won't be as absorbed by the meat if you let it marinate for a shorter period of time. So I'm not gonna lie, there's not much searing going on because there's a lot of liquid attached to the meat. So when I put it in it, yeah, there's a layer of liquid at the bottom right now. So once the meat's kind of like cooked, you can see like the lines kind of forming on the pork. You kind of know that like the outside has been more or less sealed. So we're gonna throw in the rest of the marinade and add 2 cups of water to that. So the rest of the marinade. We're gonna bring this to a boil. Once it starts boiling, I'm gonna turn down the temperature of the flame to low, and then we're just gonna let it simmer, and then it's gonna slowly kind of get all the flavors kind of knowing each other and like combining together. But all the soy sauce, the dark soy sauce, the vinegar, it's all gonna like become one with the pork flavors and the bay leaf and the peppercorns and everything. So let's do, ooh, look at that. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the scum. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the cap on and we're good. See you in 2 hours, I guess. We're gonna cook our rice in the meantime while the adobo is cooking on the side. The hot adobo is cooking on the side. Yeah, wash your rice as always. Don't be a psycho. Alright, so I lied. I did not wait 2 hours for this. Probably only waited about an hour and a half or an hour. But let's have a look at this. I've got some rice that I've already cooked on the side. We're ready to go. And let's have a look at this. Oof. That's really good. I took off the lid to kind of like reduce the liquid a little bit. Let's try a little bit. Oh. Wow. What I'd say about the pork is, if I had pork belly, I think I would have used it instead. I think the fat definitely makes this dish like incredible. I think it elevated a lot. But still, even with a really cheap cut, I bit into it and it's like, it's not chewy, you know, it's not much intermuscular fat, but it's been broken down because it's been cooking for a little bit in the liquid. Let's plate up and let's wrap this video up. Alright, a very simple recipe, just white rice and pork adobo. A few notes: I think I would cook it for longer if I had more time, and I would also use pork belly to make it even better. Yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions as always. If you like this video, comment, subscribe. But yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can keep going. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and this recipe, and we'll see you again next week probably. I must say that the sauce is really good though, really good. So, fantastic. Alright, let me get out of here.